and spice. Yeah. And make everything there feel nice. No, no. Yeah. A little sugar and spice. Yeah. And make everything there feel nice. Yeah. It's shawty bad to the.
Welcome to the Sugar and Spice podcast. Which drink do we have today?
Good question. Is the Dillons? Oh yeah, is that
Just
on?
double-checking.
Are we on?
We're good.
It's the. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. It's the Dillons
Like cherry?
gin and black cherry cocktail. And
Very, very good.
It's quite nice. Yeah.
So, guys, we're gonna talk about the lack of content for the next drops of Love Is Blind.
So we got two
Two
episodes. I'll say I was extra disappointed because I thought the weddings were going to be incorporated in one of the episodes, because I was like, oh, I could see when we first looked, you could see there was 2 episodes left and then 1 episode, which I thought was going to be the reunion, but now it's 2 episodes, 1, and then the reunion is even later.
Yeah.
So I was annoyed because I was like expecting the whole time to get
These
to the
2
wedding.
episodes could have been 1 episode, and then we could have had the weddings.
Absolutely. It was
like a fluff. And I mean, guys, we lost people, like, which we knew was coming. So we might as well.
Did we know it was like? I mean, we knew they weren't going to get married.
Yes,
we can say that.
I didn't think it would bail at this point.
No.
So like, we can dive right into like obviously Nick and Annie, because this is like the aftermath of the mixer. And of course, Annie is in fine fashion and hammered. The girl is lighter than a feather.
No, but I'm like, they're focusing so much on like Anton's potential drinking problem. I think Annie has a drinking problem. She gets totally smashed and she makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
Like the argument they had was very reminiscent.
It's very the same as the one they had in Mexico.
Yes. If we go by what he said then the next day, I don't think those were 2 isolated incidents.
No, so I actually wrote that down because once again, I feel like there was a lot of stuff we didn't see.
Yes.
That was just probably the recurring thing over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, the one thing I was like trying to figure out, I'm like, are you trying to look for faults? Like, what's happening? Like, what are you trying to get out of these conversations right now? Because it's literally nothing. You're walking in circles and then you're like, but I just love you so much.
I honestly, I don't think they had sex. I think they were, I think they were lying. And I think she was like, wanted to, and he didn't want to.
And you know what? We're not the only ones who agree that we think he's gay.
Oh no, it's all over the place.
Yes, because I was talking about it last night.
Yeah.
And they 100% think that he is also gay and he just needs to come out of the closet.
Right. So that's why I think like they haven't done anything. Yeah. And I think it was like starting to impact her. Like,
I think
does he like
her worth?
Yes. Does he like me? Does he not like me? Is he attracted to me? Is he not attracted to me?
Like, I hear what he's saying, but then also too, we don't know what his actions are saying either, right? Like, we don't know if like, okay, like sex aside, is he providing everything else that's like needed, right? And same for her. Is she giving him everything he needs, right? I just didn't like appreciate the fact that he was like throwing in her face about the fact that he took the day off work to go help her with her salon and stuff like that. I'm like, but isn't that like kind of what you do when you're with your partner? Like, you give and take, and like, I'm gonna come help you.
I don't know if he was throwing that in her face. I think he was trying to use that as an example. Like,
maybe, yeah.
Like, look, like I did this for you. Like, would I do this for you if I didn't give a shit about you?
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't like.
They were just like love bombing each other hard. Like, that was just like the big
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were, and I think we talked about it last time. Like, they were just, I feel like, trying to convince themselves.
Yeah.
But I think for him, like, I actually appreciated the fact that he didn't take it all the way to the altar to just then be like, no, thank you. Yeah. Like, he was like, you know what? Like, I don't love Nick, but I did appreciate that he does.
He actually came to a conclusion and
has like, boundaries.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, because it sounds like they've been having the same sort of fight numerous times.
Yes, and it sounds like they have it like almost every day.
And I think he was like, you know what? Like, I told you before, I'm not going to put up with this again. And you did it again when I told you not to. And he's like, and I've had it. Like, this is it for me. Like, this is where it ends. And I appreciate, like, and she's like not taking him seriously at all.
No.
Like, not
Honestly, her and Madison take the cake on being manics. Like,
so, and so he was like, how long do you want? I was like, good, Nick. He's like, how long do you want to drag this out for? So you could tell
Yeah.
he had thought it, they had their argument the night
Yep.
before. He went to bed and he was like, nope. Like, thought about it
yeah, 'cause,
overnight.
like, this
and
is
was
going to
like,
be your entire life.
I've had it.
This
Exactly.
would be, this would 100% be your like entire life, and there would be no coming out of it. Like, you're going to wake up and have the same arguments with her. Do you want to have those same arguments for the next 25, 30 years?
Right.
Probably not. Like,
Right.
you're probably going to get exhausted, and like, fair enough. Like, yeah, like, kudos to him for actually being self-aware enough to say, hey, like, I'm gonna bail. Like, this isn't what I want. Like, I'm very unhappy. And like, to be fair, I don't think if they were in the real world either, they would have been like, they would have ever met each other or been each other's types, or like,
No. I think, well,
and then you saw like her on a, she was getting interviewed. Was it the Vial Files?
yes.
I watched parts of it, but I know you probably were like, yes, give it to me.
Well, no, but like she's had a little Annie
Makeup.
glow up.
It's like they're all getting ready for the reunion now.
Yeah, so like Annie's had some work done, I think, because she looks like a totally different person now.
Yeah, she definitely looked like she had like a nose job or something.
I don't know. She was a real
Maybe it's the hair.
she was a real hot mess, I feel. Like, I don't know. She was not promoting her business very good with the hair that she had the entire
Yeah,
time.
no, it
So
was
she
not.
had her hair fixed, like it seemed to be like
Yeah, it looked
styled
professional.
nicely. Yeah.
Whoever does the Vial Files, they're like, no,
Yes.
no,
No. Please let us help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think she had something done with her lips too, because her lips looked
Yeah, maybe she had like her filler dissolved or something, or redone.
or redone, and maybe she had like a bit of Botox for her very gummy smile that she had going on.
Yeah, or she got something fixed, because that was a lot.
She was a lot. She is a lot. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Nick, but I'm even less of a fan of Annie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like both her and Madison. Like, I saw someone else say it, I think on Threads or something, and they were just like, I want to be for the girls, but you're
making it hard.
You're making it very hard. You're making it very hard, and I
Yes.
dislike you for making me side with these two men.
Yeah, exactly. Like yes, they actually made good decisions for like the first time their entire show.
Yes.
So like, we might as well like just segue into like Madison and Joe
Joe.
then. Her family is a lot. Like, her sister was a lot.
Oh, she was so much. Yes. At the dinner, I'm like, oh my god. If I was like, Joe was probably just internally panicking the entire time.
You could start seeing him being like, oh my god,
Am I gonna
and
have
it's
to
so,
live with this for the
and
rest
it
of my
really
life?
is a shame, because like with her sister aside, like all the other families seem to be very welcome. Like, this season, all the families seem to be super
Yes.
welcoming and super understanding
Yeah.
of the process and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. Like, we actually have decent families who are like about this and like are ready for their kids to be happy. But I don't know, like, and then
Her sister seemed a lot older than her.
yeah,
But I don't know if it was just like because Madison's had some work done and her sister maybe hasn't
maybe,
had work
yeah.
done. But like, I was like, even putting her sister beside her mom, I was like,
Yeah, it makes me like low key wonder, does the sister have a different dad? Because it's almost like she doesn't really look like them. Like, Madison kind of looks like her mom. You can see that, but then
Yeah.
it's like, how do you get the sister? And then I don't know who that guy was. Was
it
that
was her brother.
It was her brother-in-law? Okay,
So it was her sister's husband.
yeah,
but
that's what I thought.
But he also
He
seemed
also-
younger than the
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah,
So that's why I was
interesting.
like,
And then like her sister like made that weird comment when she was like, "Oh, my brother," like, or my husband. Oh, well, sorry, my sister's fiance or something. And I was like, "Ma'am, are you okay? Like, are you
No.
more excited about this than your sister?"
I know. Have you been drinking?
And like, I don't know if it's because I was watching it in 1.5 speed, but it was like she
Oh,
talked so fast.
She seemed very erratic. Like, I was like, wow, this Joe is probably sitting there going, please help, help.
Honestly, it was like he was like, I need to get the fuck
out of here.
Like, I need to leave.
That
And then
that's Joe's many times.
and I feel like the conversation that we saw in episode 11 probably happened that night, where he was like, I can't do this.
No. So, a little
Yes.
extra on that. So apparently they broke up the night before and then they refilmed or they filmed so there was no cameras, I guess, when they actually broke up. And then when they filmed it,
So that's why it looked so staged.
yes. That's why he was like, I think laughing at some points, because I think he
He's
was
like,
just
this is
like,
stupid.
yes, you're being ridiculous. Like, we've already spoken about this. That's why he also seemed like he had no time for it at all. Like, he was just
Like, I
like,
don't
I'm so done with this.
That's so unfair to them. Like, why are you gonna embarrass them and let them relive it? Why can't they just do what they did like the last season where I forgot the redhead guy. Like, we didn't actually see them break up. We just had the aftermath conversation.
Oh, right.
The weirdo.
Yes, yes, yes.
Like,
the sleep study guy.
Yeah, sleep study guy. Like, we
Was that
didn't
last season or
maybe
whatever.
2 seasons.
Anyways,
Like, we didn't
yes.
see the breakup, but we got the aftermath of her telling the girls
And
and everybody else talking.
And there was another season 2 where a couple had a big fight, and there was no, I don't know if it was one that you've watched, but
Probably
they
not.
had a big fight and there was no cameras around, and then we just got like bits and pieces
Yeah.
afterwards, rather than
They were like,
having a full blown
Netflix
fight
was like,
again.
we need to fill some time slot, so give us this.
So, you know, at the beginning when she's like on the phone and she's crying and she's like, Joe left, that was legit. Like, that
Yes.
was, and then she was talking about like,
I'm assuming she was on the phone with her sister.
or yeah, or mom or
Sister,
whoever.
maybe. Yeah, because I don't get the feeling that she was friends with the other girls. Because normally we see them in the building be friends with the other girls. Like, I think of like Taylor and all of those girls. Like, they were all very close.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't feel like she would call one of the other girls. Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, so anyways, that scene was totally staged, because people are like ripping into Joe about it. It's like, well, if the scene was staged, like,
yeah, now that you know that, like, they should have said, like, I don't know. I understand like why they did it, but at the same time, it's like that's false media in a way, and like
yeah.
you're just gonna embarrasses these people. And now he's like, now I have to like relive this. And like, I will say though, at least he got a full thought out once. At least he finally was able to get a full thought out and be like,
probably did the night before, so he was like, I got my thoughts, I got my things I want to say.
Finally, like, and I said, like, you know what, Joe, this is kind of on you that it went on so long, because you should have been honest with her right out of those pods and been like, she's not my type. It's never gonna happen.
Well, but then I don't know. Like, part of the whole thing of the show is, even like,
I know.
so you have that attraction to someone, like the emotional attraction to someone, can, even if you were not initially physically attracted to them, can that physical attraction grow?
Yes.
I feel like and again, unpopular opinion, I like Joe. I feel like he did. I think he tried to give it a chance.
I think he did too, but I think it was like he also struck me as the type of person that would think she's fat. Like, he gave me that vibe where I'm like, that, like, she wouldn't ever be on his radar of things.
No, and he pretty much, when they were having their breakup, like, he pretty much said that. He was like, I think we made it here in this experiment a heck of a lot further than we would have made it in real life.
Yeah.
So so what burned me was that she was like, well, why?
You know why. Like, you know why. You guys already had this conversation. You fucking know why. You're just trying to be dramatic. And please just leave. Pack your shit and go.
Well, and why? Like, it's like, but people were on him for not telling her why. And it's like, well, he did tell her why.
But he did tell her why, she's not on camera.
Well, and also, like, what? You want him to be explicit and hurt her feelings?
Exactly. Like, and maybe he could have just been like, you know what? Like, I just don't think it translated outside of the pods. Like, we just don't mesh well in real life, and that's okay.
But he said that, like,
then he's just like, they're there.
They're there. Probably, apparently, I heard some other things that he was very uncomfortable on camera,
and that's very evident. Like, you can tell he's just not comfortable. One, I don't think he's comfortable expressing emotions.
No.
And two, having to do that on camera and
again.
Yes. And like,
Take two.
And we see that with KB and Ed, where like, when you know the cameras are going to be there, sometimes you're a little bit performative.
Yes. Well, but okay, so but just the last point I want to make about Joe and Madison was when he was at that tux fitting.
I knew it immediately. I was like, this man's gonna run.
So have you ever seen, did you watch Sex and the City?
Yes.
Did you see the one episode where Carrie and Miranda go in to try on wedding dresses, and Carrie has a massive panic attack? She's like, I'm having an allergy attack, and she's like trying to rip the dress. That was Joe. Yeah. That was Joe.
That was Joe. He was like trying to do the tie.
I know. He's like, I'm having a panic attack. Oh, God, you just get out of here.
And even his friends are like, bro, are you good?
I know his friend John Free. I was dying. John Free. And then what's his face? Jordan was like, "Is he leaving?" And then
They're all like,
John Freeze like, "Yes, he's leaving."
thanks, Captain
Thanks,
Obvious.
Joffrey.
I know. I could tell, like, the minute, honestly, it was almost like the minute they walked in, and you could just see his eyes being like, oh shit, this is
This
getting
is real.
Like, if we go through with this and I say yes, because I don't think he would want to hurt her and say it at the
At the altar.
Fair. Like, I don't think he's a malicious guy. Like, I think he would want to try to soften it as much as possible. And I think he realized that, like, shit, if I do this, like, I'm stuck with her for a year, essentially. If we know, like, we know how it works.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and it's actually kind of a little bit of a shame because I really did like the dress she had. I thought it was
Well,
very pretty.
But apparently, she and her family went the day before to she really thought that this was happening.
I know.
Because her and her family the day before went to their own wedding dress filming. I don't know if that's the dress the one that she tried on at the end. I don't know if that's the one that her and her family picked, but she had picked out.
Because I was thinking, like, do they do the wedding dresses the same way they do the rings? They ask for the girls' budgets and then pull a bunch, right?
So, I got some more clarity on the ring.
Yes.
So I've had Nick, I've seen him pop up on some of my reels and stuff. He is like, so he's a watch dealer,
Yep.
but he also does jewelry.
Oh.
So he's like, I am in this space, like I'm in the engagement ring space, like I am like subject matter expert on this. So he's like, this is what happened this season. So he's like, I was there, I know. They came into the room with a thing of rings. And he's like, they're all lab diamonds. He's like, that's good. Like, it's an ethical choice to have lab diamonds, but they're all lab diamonds. And he's like, with lab diamonds, he said that, the price that you're paying is like basically what, like, the price that you get for the ring is kind of, how did he word it? Like, what someone is willing to pay for it.
Oh, he's like almost like an auction. Like, this is what I can.
He was like, those same rings, you take them to, like, in New York, there's like a street where they have a lot of jewelry dealers. He's like, you take it there, it's going to be worth $200-300. Like, you're paying for the gold, you're not getting much for the actual
diamond.
Which I'm like, it's fair because even real diamond engagement rings, I don't think people get much for anyways after the fact.
No.
So
it has to be pretty freaking stunning for you to like make any. You're better off like melting down the gold and making something else out of it.
So he was basically like, they're all lab diamonds. So they're not like, he's like, no one's missing out on hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of dollars or whatever his face was trying to say.
Patrick. Yeah.
So he's like, basically they came out with this thing. He's like, all the guys are coming to me like, well, what's the most expensive one? And he's like, that's the explanation he gave them.
Yeah. Like, they're all
lab diamonds, like they're all pretty much on par. So just pick what you like. He's like, go back to the girl, find out what metal they want.
Yeah.
Find out like what shape.
Okay.
Well, but I'm like, good.
But like, good for him. Yeah.
So he's like, he was giving them all advice. He's like, find out what metal they want, find out what shape stone they want. And he's like, and then make your selection from there.
Oh, fair.
So yeah, so like that's what happened this season. So he's like, so when people are going on about how they spent, he's like, I don't know if Anton was joking or serious about the $5,000. He's like, I don't know. He's like, and then when they're Ringgate, Patrick, he's like, that's kind of bullshit too. So
the only ones I can see that would be weird is like, in the past seasons, a couple people have brought like family heirlooms.
Yes.
That I would want back.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm like, why would you do that?
I would.
Because you're just meeting this person.
Yeah, like maybe like when you guys, like after you get married, then switch it out.
Yes.
Because now you're married to that person.
Right. So you take whatever ring that Netflix gives you.
Yeah, or wait for the 5-year marker, see if you actually make it. Like, that would be so stressful as if there was a family heirloom and you just gave it to somebody who like
Casey.
Yeah, especially in this, like, this climate and this like dating culture and stuff. Like, I would never want to just like up and like give to somebody and be like, here, take my family's heirloom. That's probably
not for a period of time, right? So yeah, so that I was like, I watched a couple reels with Nick out of his watch business, and I'm like, actually, he seems like a different person. So I don't know if he was putting on a bit of an act.
I feel like maybe just
on the show because the cameras are on and
everybody wants to be memorable, right?
Yes. So when I'm watching his reels, I'm like, oh, like he even talks a little bit differently. Like, so
Interesting.
yeah.
I do have to say though, I really liked Madison's pearl veil. I thought it was very pretty.
Yes, I liked, and someone else wore one. I think KB put one on
Yeah, KB
too.
put one on.
Yeah, I think
I
I
was
think
just
they
like,
look
wow,
nice.
it was
Yeah,
really, really pretty. It was something different. I've never
yeah,
seen like a little pearl veil like that before. And I
yeah.
was like, oh, it was pretty nice.
Do you want to jump into KB since
Yeah,
we
we
were
might as well. Like, that's a whole other.
like those two are kind of like
Honestly,
they're kind of like Annie and Nick in the like we just cycle through fights with the two of them. That is their whole like
one,
dynamic.
I don't. I think if she came at him a different way, like we were saying before, he clearly is stunted in his emotional understanding, his emotional intelligence to some point. Like he kind of stopped at a certain age. I feel like if she just came, like approached him with a softer tone and an understanding tone instead of accusatory, because it just feels like she's like harping on him for the same, like just give me an answer, just like maybe he doesn't know.
Like, and I feel like sometimes she's just lecturing him. Like
I was like,
when
I'm
they
getting
had that,
reprimanded by my mother.
yes, when they had that talk when she was on the couch and she was talking about how she had to go out and get the costumes
Yes,
or whatever.
that I understood a little
But she
bit.
was like, "I'm gonna talk and you're not gonna
I
interrupt."
know.
I'm like,
Yes,
"Okay,
mom.
mom."
I
Like,
know. And like in instances like that, that's where I was like, yeah, we don't always see the other little arguments that happen. And then it builds. And then we just get this big blowout without any context. And like, I can understand her point in that situation.
yeah,
Like, she's running around
I'm doing this, that, and the other thing, and then she asks him to do one thing,
like
and
run
he
out and
can't.
get bandanas. You can't run to CVS. Like, it's it's probably Halloween time. Like, go out and get some
Yeah,
bandanas. Go to Dollar General. I don't know.
go somewhere,
Instead of just coming in like
Party City,
yeah,
like
something.
something.
Like, so that I was like, okay, like that I understand.
Sure, but then we didn't have that context when they had the blowout at the mixer, right?
Yes.
Then we're like, whoa, what's happening?
Yeah. And like I think he's one of those people where he when he gets awkward, he gets nervous and then he starts laughing.
Oh, that is me.
Yeah.
That is me.
So like
If
she's
someone's
like, why are you
yelling,
laughing? I'm like, because I don't think he can actually handle it.
I think I said that to Dave when we were watching that. I was like, that is me. Like when I get into a super awkward where I feel very uncomfortable, like I will laugh. And it's not that I find the situation funny. It's just I don't have any other like
I don't know what else to do.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So but I feel like sometimes he's on medication and he's very calm and can listen and can
I almost
communicate
feel like
well with
it's
her.
like when he starts drinking and like if you're on medication, you shouldn't be mixing.
Right.
So then that's like I feel like that's at the mixer because I felt like when they got to the mixer, he was super chill and like they were good. And then it was like the drink started flowing and he
Yeah.
got weirder and weirder. And then like that situation that happened at the mixer too. Like I think she blew it out of proportion, but I'm assuming there was stuff like what she said earlier that had happened
Yeah.
that kind of like compounded that.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, bro, he's not taking a dig at you. He's just like, oh, must be nice to be perfect. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nick and Annie bailed and they have no idea, right? And I was like, you know what though? At the end of the day, he showed back up with flowers. He was like, I'm sorry. And she took some accountability too,
See,
which was nice.
and that's when I'm like, that's why I'm like, thought
He's
he was
functioning right now.
right. That's why I thought he was medicated because I'm like, oh, like he's so calm, even keel, like
Mhm.
talking like an adult. So I'm
Yes.
like, it's like he swings wildly, like
Maybe he
between,
needs to be on medication. Maybe that's the like the lack of, and he's
or maybe he
just
needs his dosing adjusted. I saw someone somewhere say like they think she's doing a PhD and he's like part of her study for
Yes,
the PhD.
like,
Like
I could
they're
see
not.
that.
That's what it feels like. I'm like they're not going to get married.
No,
Like there's no way. But I'm like,
if
but I
they
feel like she's
do,
holding out for this as long as possible so she can gather all the like
she's
data
gonna write,
she
she's gonna write
can
like a
about him.
thesis on him.
Yes.
But like I don't know too. Like I feel like after they had that conversation, she took her accountability of like, listen, like I'm sorry, like I'm trying not to be that person anymore. And like I can see it. I could see back in the day her being that person just like flies off the
Yeah.
handle. And
Oh,
like
you could see that?
I can see that.
Oh, you
I am that person. Don't piss me off. But and then I was like, you know what? They're cute. Like they're skating. I honestly expected him to be better. Watching him, I'm like, why are we just jumping?
I know.
All I can think of is from Mad TV. Look what I can do.
Stuart. I know. I was thinking that. I'm like, I'm not really a big rollerblader.
She personally looked better than him on skates.
Well, I'm like, that's what I would be like, the way she was like skating, because I'm like, I am not a good rollerblader.
Yeah, the way
So
he's talking about her, I'm like, I'm expecting tricks.
I
I'm
know,
expecting
like flips.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, and then it looked like they were at like almost like a skate park. Did you see
yeah, in the
like where
they were on like the lakeside or something.
Yeah,
that park. Yeah.
But then he seemed like he was
Yeah.
at like, and I'm like, okay, are we gonna see some tricks in
No,
this? No,
we saw nothing.
No,
We saw nothing. And then of course they had that big blowout like up on the mountain, and
yes.
I was like, oh man, like she's gonna like toss him off, but and that's where she made.
I was getting so nervous, like
No, I
how
was
close
like,
they were to that.
I
I'm like,
know.
oh my god.
I know. And like to be fair, like that's a part of me where she made I'm surprised they kept that part in where she made the comment about him being performative on camera.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like they had an argument again in the drive up.
Yes. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the cameras came out and he was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like I can see that being like the type of guy that he is, to like not want to necessarily like be viewed in a bad light. So I can see him trying to like play up his like nice guy side and his funny side. And it's like sometimes like you have to be serious. Sometimes we can't always be the funny guy.
No. Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like he's down. Like he would be like, yes. And then she's gonna be like, no.
No.
And I don't know if it's gonna I don't know, because we don't see any clips of her walking up the aisle. We see Allie.
But we didn't see any clips. We didn't see any clips at all of Jordan and Megan.
No. So you remember at the first episode where they showed us the clips for the whole, like teasers for the whole season, and somebody was running away and I thought it was Joe and Madison. I think it's Megan and Jordan, and he takes off because she's the only other blonde and the person was blonde.
Oh, the person was blonde? Oh, I thought they were brunette, because that's why I thought it was Madison, and I thought it was. I'm like, maybe it's Allie walking away now.
No, because I think it was like, okay, I thought it was either Megan or Madison because the person was a little bit fuller. It wasn't as skinny as Allie. So I don't know, but it could be like, oh my god, did he leave? Because the person says like, oh my god, did he leave? I think he left. So I mean, we can jump right into Jordan and Megan because I already know like the hard times they're gonna have based on her like I think she's gonna have to really give up some stuff in her life to commit to the family life. Like, I'm so sorry, you can't just take off to Aspen. You can't.
She's
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
I know. I'm like, lady, like even as a parent myself, I'm like, when you have a child, like that free like
You
wheeling
get
lifestyle.
maybe one day a week.
Yeah,
yourself.
that freewheeling lifestyle goes out the window.
The one day
like,
a week goes to filming a podcast.
Right. So I'm like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to take off flying here. And then when he said, the thought of bringing a 5-year-old to like Italy or whatever
Like
sounds
traveling
like a nightmare. I was like, yes, it does.
Well, and you
Yes,
think
it
about
does.
it too. If they want to go, chances are she's going to be pregnant or they're going to have a baby too. So I'm so sorry, but like, I don't know how much of a mothering bone Megan has. She doesn't really give me maternal.
So I saw like some other people speculating that she, like, what her vision might be for this and why she's entertaining this.
I think she would have a nanny.
Oh, a nanny, or Jordan stays at home and she's
works.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he's going to want to do.
I don't think so either.
Like, and I'm so sorry, like I will, like Jordan's my favorite. I think he's probably my favorite out of all the guys. Like he's the most real. And he has like a real look on life. Like he's like
absolutely.
He's like
he has a kid, so he
yes,
knows
exactly.
like.
And just like when like the argument they had like in the closet, and he was like, I'm tired.
Oh
like,
boy, did I feel that. I'm like, I feel you, buddy. I'm tired.
But
he's like, I don't know if I'll ever not be fucking tired. I'm like, exactly.
And it sounds like he works a lot. I can't remember what he does.
I thought he was like some kind of district manager or something like that.
I'm like, it sounds like he works like 12 to like 13-hour days.
It does sound like he works a lot, but he doesn't seem to want to talk about it too much.
That to me, I was like, you know what? You can kind of like, hey, come home. Like, how was work? Oh, the same old. This person did this, whatever.
Branch manager. That's what I have written down.
Also, the type of person where like I need like when I come home from work, like, don't come at me. Like, I need time to decompress. I need to be left alone. Like, and then we can talk. But also, Megan, like, you're not another child. You don't, like, do you need that attention 24/7?
Yeah.
Like, understand where he's coming from, where he's like, hey, like,
Like he has physically been at a job
yes,
site
dealing with
dealing
people.
with whatever people. Since he's
Whatever.
a branch
It
manager,
sounds
he's
like
dealing probably with
bank or
employees.
investments or something.
Employees, I don't know if he's doing that. I was kind of getting the vision of like a branch manager of like an equipment dealer
Oh,
or
something big like that.
yeah, like where or like a rental place or something
Yeah.
like that kind of vibe versus like bank or
Yeah, he's
finance.
not
Like,
super corporate that way.
no,
Yeah.
I feel like it's like he's
He works for like John Deere as like,
right.
a territory manager or something, which fair. You're getting it from both sides. You got employees and you got clients.
clients, right? So
It's kind of like what you have to deal with.
yes. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like, you know, he's had a rough day at work. Like you said, like you need a little bit of time to like, you know, turn off work mode, get into home mode.
Yeah.
But if she's been home that whole time,
Then she's like,
not
I'm
and
ready.
not necessarily working that day,
Exactly.
then she's like, hi, pay attention to me. And it's like,
Yeah.
look, like you have to give me some
And
space.
he was so vulnerable about it. I felt like he was about to cry because
Oh,
it was just
absolutely.
like
He's like,
I'm trying to
tired.
juggle everything right now. Like,
Yes.
what do you want from me?
Right.
Like, you're not
Now
being helpful.
he's trying to juggle not only working his kid plus this whole
Yeah.
filming schedule
Yeah.
that they've got.
And it's probably even worse right now because the kid can't stay with them.
Right.
Right? So it's like trying to figure out like how like does it work? And like I'm so sorry, Megan, but you're gonna have to like reevaluate. You're not gonna be single anymore.
Right.
Like you're still trying to live your single life.
Yes.
And he made the comment, like, that's not like you want a family. That's why you chose me.
Right.
Is because you didn't want that anymore.
Right.
So you're gonna have to like concede on some things.
Right. You're gonna have to compromise
Yeah.
on some of your lifestyle.
And
like, yeah, you might plan like one or two big trips a year where you guys do whatever that's child friendly, or maybe you go on one trip together, just you as a couple.
Doesn't mean you can't go on your own trip. You can go with your friends. That's fine. Like I'm sure he'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't
be every weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to be every weekend.
No, and
like you're going to have to pick
yeah,
your time.
Like your life becomes your kids.
Right.
Like, and then he like I don't know. He made the comment to her about like where's the support for me? Like whatever. Okay, you know he's had a hard day at work. Like why aren't you like let's just cuddle on the couch? Like that's fine. I'm very much somebody we don't have to talk.
Yeah.
But I just want to be in your space. I want to be in your presence.
Yeah.
Like let's cuddle, let's watch a movie or whatever. And I don't understand why she's like we need to always have deep talks and blah blah blah. And I was having that conversation last night with a friend and I was saying like we were talking about how I feel like in the pods they talk too much about the deep stuff and they forget to talk about the everyday life stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like these are things that should have been discussed every day. Like what type of person are you when you come home? Are you a morning person? Are you a night person? What's your nighttime routine? What's your after work routine? Because like, for example, if I'm coming home, like my routine is I go to work, I go to the gym, I come home. Yeah. So if somebody else is like, well, that doesn't work for me. Like I'm glad
I go to the gym first thing in the morning and then I go to work.
So then we're not seeing each other until 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
Right.
Right. And it's like, yeah, I just want to come home. Like, let's eat. Let's sit on the couch, watch some TV. Like, we don't have to talk. Like, not every conversation needs to be a mind-blowing conversation. And I feel like that's where like a lot of that ends up getting lost because they're so trying to make those deep connections in the pods that they forget that like you're gonna have to live everyday life with this person.
Right.
So we'll see like what happens.
I
think he's the one that runs.
I think like the promo thing that they released at the very beginning where you see like the glass is down, I feel like that was just a sign. Like I don't think anything works out this season, to be honest. Like
and honestly, even like the tuck, like everything was kind of boring. Like the tux fittings, like nothing exciting happened.
I mean, Joe running away was kind of
yeah. That was the only thing. And then like with Allie and Anton, once again, my issue with her is like I'm like I don't see any other evidence that he has a drinking problem.
No, nothing to
be fair.
Damn well when he went over to that fridge.
I know
he's gonna be.
But I also don't know like what's the time frame on that. And I don't know why she got so like pissed off about the fact that Patrick came over. I'm like,
because his story was so ridiculous. He's like, yeah, we came over, we had 4 drinks,
But
and
she,
then
like-
by the end of the story, he's like, I went down there and we just had 1 drink each.
yeah.
So
And I just like, I'm like, girl, like, what's the big deal? Like, relax.
she is like, obviously she's getting a sense that there's like that, or she has some reason to believe
Yeah.
that he has an
I'm like, I need more context
issue,
here.
because it is turning every like questioning is turning into like an inquisition
Yes.
of like what's
Yes.
going on. So I don't know. I feel like I get the vibe that she eventually, because when she was talking to Anton's mom, like it sounds like she wants to be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Like she wants to be a
Which is
stay-at-home,
fine.
which is fine.
He already said, he's like, I was raised in a very traditional Russian household where the mom stays home.
And he's fine with that too, but she's also like, she wants
I
her
think she wants her
things.
career too.
Well,
Like, I'm like, why are you going back to school then? That's what I don't understand. If you want to
yeah,
be
if
a
you want to stay
stay-at-home
home mom.
and her mom made the same comment to her, like, well, you're gonna have to start cooking and cleaning then. And she was like,
Well, yeah, I think she just wants to be, I think it's not so much she wants to be a stay-at-home, she wants to be a trophy wife.
should be kept.
Yes,
woman.
kept woman. So she doesn't want to have to work,
Yeah.
but she doesn't want to have any of the responsibilities of being a stay-at-home mom either.
Yeah.
Like
But
she doesn't
that
want
makes
to have
me
to cook
work.
or clean.
Yeah,
She
that
wants
makes
to
how
be
you
able
gonna
to
raise
get.
your kids. Like, it's another one of those situations. So, like, obviously,
I don't think they're on the same page
Mm.
for that. Like I'm like, I think he thinks, yeah, fine. If you want to stay at home, no problem. Like I make enough
Yeah.
to support the both of us, but you're not going to be having extravagant.
yeah. And that's
things.
like, I feel like, because once again, he's not somebody who makes a Megan income.
Right.
So, like, are you going to give up some of your stuff? Because then that's what we need to do. Like, you're gonna have to give up your
And
Botox.
I don't think she's willing to
I don't
do
think
that.
she is either. So it's like, well, you have to do something because you either, like, it's a trade-off.
Right.
You're working in the home, he's working outside the home. Like, it's a 50-50 thing. And then I'm like, I need to know what the situation with the sister is because that sounds like volatile.
Oh,
I'm like,
yes.
is it that like her sister doesn't agree with the show?
I think so.
Because that's
That's
kind
what
of
it
like what
sounded like. That's what
because then it sounded like she
mom-
was like going to be really sad that her sister wasn't going to be at the wedding.
Yeah, we've seen that in past
Yeah.
seasons where there's like one person who's like not agreeable to what's going on, which is fair. Like unless you experience the show for yourself as a participant, I don't think any of us really comprehend like
Yeah.
how can you really know someone in this short
Yeah.
period of time.
And
Yeah,
I would almost say like I would assume that her sister's married and probably got married young, like she said. In the Brazilian culture, we all get married young.
right.
So it's going to be a little bit weird for somebody who's like, oh, like you're just doing this random show.
What her mom told that
Her
story.
mom seems great. Like,
And her mom told that story about how her and Allie's dad
yeah.
had talked on the phone for like 3 years before
Yeah.
they even met in person.
Yeah.
So they sort of did like a very extended Love is Blind
Yeah.
as well.
They would have just done like, yeah, it would have been like a.
We've seen a few pictures of each other, but then
It's like online dating.
Right. But then we developed this relationship over the phone and then we meet and then
Yeah, it's like pen pals, right?
Yeah.
Like clearly it works. Like obviously they had more time to like
More time
figure it
to-
out
yeah.
and they wanted to put it in. But it'll be interesting because we clearly see her in the preview clips we see her go up there and then
yeah.
she seemed very upset. So either he says no, doesn't show up, or
I think she says no, but I think she's upset about saying
Yeah.
no.
because I think she genuinely like wanted it to work
Yeah.
and like wanted this to happen because I feel like for her too, she's getting to the point where she's like, I'm getting old, I'm losing my like my I don't know, I don't want to be like my market value, but like in a way she's like probably feels like, yeah, I'm one of the last ones to get married and at my age it doesn't have like we get married young.
Mhm.
So I feel so I mean it'll be interesting to see like what happens going forward and then there any
Which
other
we will see finally this week.
yes and stay tuned for next week's episode because we'll do a little bit of a hopefully a Halloween
Hopefully
little
my
episode.
costume comes in on time.
Everybody pray.
Yes.
Let's hope and pray for a good Halloween costume and a better like season finale. And then the following week will be the reunion, which I hope that's good, but we'll see.
Well,
mainly-
I mean, are we still having Nick and Vanessa as
Probably.
hosts? Because then we
I
know it's not
mainly-
going to be good.
I feel like I mainly just want to see what I would love to see is like a Nick, Kate, and Annie thing because I really want Kate to be like he did say I love you to me. And we're gonna
Yes.
see that because she's gonna
Yes.
see these episodes.
Yes.
So we're gonna see the fact that like he literally lied to her the entire time.
Yeah, he was playing both of them.
Yes, 100%. So stay tuned, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Cheers.
A lick of sugar and spice.